Not real impressed with that. You know what I bet happened? They probably didn't have that tooth on there for a long time and it wore down the... because it's not really a snug fit like it's supposed to be. That's annoying. What am I going to do about that? So I should tell you, I thought about just getting a whole new bucket. Let me show you this thing. It's got a couple holes in it. They were using this to pick up trash off of pavement, so the bucket was constantly scraping. See these reinforcing ribs here? They've scraped it down to where it's actually gone and put some holes in the bucket. So I thought, yeah, you know, it's probably worth putting $500 into a new bucket. Try $1,300. $1,300 for a bucket. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh, and it's starting to rain on me. I cannot wait until I get this covered area done. That is very high on my priority list right now. Yeah, look at how worn down that is. So I need to get something in there that's going to make that tight again. All right, piece of aluminum can fit down in there, take up some space, but is it going to be too much space? I don't know. It might be pretty close. Look at that. I'll take it. There's a lot of dents in the thin metal. That's not so cool. So you can see these reinforcing ribs here are totally worn off. This is called hard facing. These are weld beads of a very hard steel that resist abrasion and help the bucket last longer. Maybe they should have put some on the bottom. So here we are after prep. I've got a couple areas I went a little too deep with the grinder, so I'm going to fill those in with some weld. So I'm not sure what's going to be the easiest way to do this. Rather than trying to preform these to that shape, I'm hoping that I can weld, bend a little bit, weld a little more, bend a little bit. I might have to get out the oxyacetylene to help with the bend. I do have a wooden clamp that I built, a long reach clamp, that will reach that point. So I'm gonna trim these welds down. I wanted to get that welded, but I'm also gonna put a patch here right beside it. So I wanna make room for that patch, and then I'll knit those two together. I put a bunch of beads over here because the bucket was worn down, so I've built that back up. It's not real pretty, but after grinding, you know what they say, a grinder in paint makes me the welder I ain't. I think that'll do fine. So that'll make a good little patch, but that's going to be really hard to bend, and my clamp's not going to reach. So I am going to pre-bend this one a little bit with my press. So a little bit of bending on the press, a little bit of pounding on the anvil, and I've got that fitting pretty well. There we are after the patch. All right, that's what we look like after welding. And now to the grinder. And I'm pretty happy with that. I took a lot of care because it's going to be pushing, the dirt's going to be coming this way as I dig. So I took a lot of care to make sure that that was a smooth transition there. Now the only thing I want to do is on the inside of the bucket. The holes are still here, obviously. I'm going to pound those down again and then grind around it and then weld that full so that there's no hole there. Alright, here's what we look like before welding. There's the hole, and this one's kind of a slit. And here we are after grinding. Well, I think that bucket is going to do just fine for many years now. Sure beats spending $1,300 on a new one. Now, I would like to have a 3-foot bucket for this machine. This one's about 26 inches. I'd like a 36. But those were $1,500 and up. So I'm just going to keep my eye on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and see if I can't find one, and then I'll just weld on what I need to get it to attach to my machine. But for now, that one's back in service. Well, it's silly to paint this, but I want to anyway. You know, there's like little pockets and stuff. I'll get some paint in there. Maybe it'll slow down any rust. That's the good stuff too. Not. So what do you think? Am I ever going to have problems with this bucket? Or is this good to go? I don't use this thing on a daily basis, so I would expect a bucket that's in decent shape should pretty much last me forever. Comment. And now, for no particular reason at all, I'm just going to go dig a hole. You know, got an excavator, why not? No, there's a reason. That's going to be the subject of an upcoming video, but I wanted to show you the excavator in action after working on the bucket. And I can say the bucket worked well, but there are more issues with the excavator, and more videos will be coming as I fix it and work through all its little problems. So what do you think I'm digging this hole for? So there you go, one hole. That's a big hole. I mean, I think my Johnson would even fit in that hole. I'll be curious to see what you guys think it's for, and I'm sure I'm going to get some funny comments. I always do. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see more of this excavator, definitely subscribe. Plenty more coming. And a bunch of other things too. See you on the next one. Let me blow back on this and see. You know, I got a